voice in the heavens that they did strike to Yoshi's actually, which, always fun. Makes me wonder if Aklo doesn't want to give Ginger as much space with the lasers. Of course, Battlefield, not a huge stage either, but that'll be interesting. Pretty even stage in general with this matchup, and spacey matchups, period. Stages play less of a role, at least in terms of giving one character a specific advantage. But let's see how it goes. Already Ginger with a decent deficit.
Yeah, game one on Yoshi's, you gotta wonder if maybe Aklo's gonna look to close the distance like you were just alluding to earlier, but Ginger's really bracking it up. Aklo breaks up the action with the Nair, finds the full hop Nair as well, but not quite able to close the book on this first stock.
One of the things I actually am going to be paying attention for is what Aklo does to get out of Ginger's combos. We saw there what looked like some SDI away in order to get the slide off, and Falco as a character in general is kind of vulnerable to that SDI. You SDI his down airs away, it can break up the combo chain. So good stuff from the power shields as well. All of these are defensive tools that Aklo can use to make Ginger's game plan a bit more tricky.
Yeah, something that I think is really cool about Aklo that I notice more in him than a lot of other Fox players is how quickly he's able to kind of change his pacing. So we saw that first stock just kind of all aggression all the time, and then stock 2 really slowed it down, just did some weights, found the power shield, just kind of stands there and says, I'm going to let you come to me.
Yeah, does manage to call out the side B with the shine. Really, really good call out. Looked like he wasn't going to make it and maybe even set up a reversal, but manages to clip him anyway. Ginger going for the down air, but he gets double shines. Perfect.
That's not true. He just did shine jab, like mini thunders. I don't know what Aklo's on right now, but he's making it work at least with this slight stock lead.
Yeah, part of the reason for that is earlier in the set we saw Ginger actually hit the SDI on the jab, and Aklo went for the double jab kind of in anticipation of that. So already Aklo playing around Ginger's defensive game plan, or Ginger's defensive tools, which is great to see.
Double laser from the ledge goes unpunished by Aklo. Aklo's gonna wait on top platform. It doesn't matter if he's Fox, it doesn't matter if he's Link, he's still gonna taunt either way. Two stocks to one, Aklo with a lead.
Should I pull out my phone and start tweeting about whether taunts are a good thing or a bad thing? Because I feel like as a Melee player in the community, I just can't help it when Aklo's on screen.
It is a divisive topic, to say the least. But you know what? If it's a Long Island local like Aklo, I'm going to pull for my guy here. Ginger, though, making a case for this game one with this combo. Maintains center, see if he can wrap it up.
Yeah, but beautiful DI from Aklo to make the follow-up that much more difficult, and is going to get a reversal of his own. Double up tilt into Nair, looking for the edge guard, but Ginger playing it kind of safe. Tournament winner. Does get clipped.
Yeah, resets to ledge, but Ginger makes this a one-stock game again.
Yeah, this is quite close. Aklo comfortable on the top platform so far, but looking for any straight hit he can to get the edge guard. That's really all he needs, and Ginger misses the DI and loses the first game.
Aklo on the board first. This might be what he needs to turn the page against a character and maybe a player as well who has been kind of the bane of his tournament existence so far.
By the way, Walt, I gotta say, cutting to a picture of Aklo just kind of smiling in his chair just makes me feel like it's like, yeah, you see that? You see that?
Yeah, that's an Aklo taunt in itself, right?
Exactly,
and FD's gonna be the counter pick. I feel like Ginger's gonna get right into this one. How do you feel about FD as a counter pick? I know you had mentioned earlier some strengths that Falco potentially has against Marth on this stage, but against the Fox, maybe a bit skewed in either direction. It depends on who you ask.
So, I wouldn't say that Falco has like an advantage against Marth. I just think he does better than Fox. But in this case, I would say that Falco wins here. That is something kind of up for debate. A huge part of it is like, how strong is your punish game? How strong are your chain grabs specifically? But I feel like Falco's lasers just allow him to do so much on FD. He has a very, very powerful punish game on his, in his own sense. And, Ginger is the kind of player that uses that sort of laser advantage to the best of his ability. So I'm not surprised to see us counterpick to here. And beautiful dare grab. So often you'll see people go for the shine there, but Ginger aware that he could easily set up an edge guard with forward throw. And I love that kind of mix up.
Yeah, really, really great stuff. Looking to make it a two-stock game here, and I was going to completely agree with that last point you made about the stage. I feel like Ginger's playstyle just lends itself really, really well to a matchup like Aklo and a stage like FD. So he's really making him lose his first stock, but he has quite the lead ahead of him.
No, for sure. a 113, a difficult percent to deal with, but gets the up throw and just barely misses the regrab. Didn't even look like it was a slight DI situation. One of the few ways to counterplay the chain grab that Falco has available to him. But both of them kind of giving up ledge this set is going to get the stock, I think, with the backer. Great DI, though, from Aklo, managing to go beyond my expectations. Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Ginger trying to remix the edge guard a little bit, and Aklo is going to make this one hurt. What's the punish? Shine off stage, and he doesn't quite get it, but what?
Let's go.
What is this guy?
Let's go. So that deserves a taunt. Well, that absolutely deserves a taunt. Beautiful side B extension, knowing that there's really no downside, but then starts spamming side B on the ledge, and that is not invincible, so it does get punished for it. Taunt to get bodied, that's a little unfortunate, but still, evening up the set, looking good.
But a worthy taunt indeed. I can't agree with you more, man. And you gotta wonder, you know, what kind of mental does Ginger have after kind of being in this huge dominating position, and now Aklo's coming up with the chain grabs and the follow-ups here, maybe a third stock.
Good DI again from Ginger to not get the reset there. I don't know if at that percent that was kind of guaranteed anyway, but still, defense, like I've been saying, all throughout this set is so important. Beautiful F tilt. Gonna go for the laser or keeping on the back here to cover the edge. Attack edge guard, classic for both characters.
Yeah, so patient from Ginger too. Like, you know, I feel like some Falcos in that situation would just grab ledge, look for the rising back air to just close out the stock earlier. He just holds stage, says, I'm gonna wait for you. I know you gotta come back to stage eventually, and then you're gonna die for it.
Yeah, it really speaks to kind of Ginger's philosophy in general of like, it's okay if we have to reset the situation as long as I have advantage. He's like a player who breaks down the game and kind of like that sort of mindset of whether Falco is in a good spot or a bad spot and always trying to put himself in as many good spots as he can.
Bit of a big miscue from Aklo. This might cost him the game too. It looks like he missed a dash back into a grab that surely would have hit in my opinion, but Aklo's gonna find a pair of up smashes. Instead gets the shine, and that's 2-0.
Yeah, you know, again, we saw Ginger go for the really great STI on the jab, but Aklo's still kind of managing to follow up, breaking through Ginger's defenses, and takes that second game. Is this going to be a 3-0?
He yoinked that game, in my opinion, Radar. I do not think he deserved to win, and that's not even me trying to make a slight at either of these players. It just looked like Ginger was firmly in control for a big portion of that game.
No, absolutely. And the fact that we're going to FD again doesn't surprise me, but Aklo showing that he absolutely has what it takes to push Ginger to his limit. Gets the tech chase, keeps it going.
This combo, and he's going to catch it, yeah. Oh, he just tried to do the reverse upward angle forward tilt as an extender. He's feeling himself, I think.
Oh, just called it the spot dodge, but missed spaces, doesn't get it. Goes for a power shield, very, very solid. Giving Ginger a bit more space than maybe is necessary and corners himself in the process. Oh, I love that back air.
Spacing on that looks so weird, Radar. He did a dash attack and Ginger just barely jumps over it, but it looks like their character models just kind of interlapsed in some degree. Aklo getting first on the board, though, potentially misses the back air.
Yeah, you know, that was kind of a weird situation. It's sort of one of the classic follow-ups with that Falco has is that reverse back air into down air, but doesn't end up working out. Ginger loses his stock as a result, but I expect to see, I was going to say laser F tilts and stuff to set up an edge guard, but Ginger does not care, lets a rip on the F smash and takes the stock. Ooh, but just as I say that.
Yeah, huge call out from Aklo, and he has done that trick to me so many times. Just waits center, waits for the roll, catches you with an up tilt, but now it's Ginger's turn for the punish.
That was a really, really important stock to shine to drop, but still manages to extend about 57% from that opening. Oh, wow, just sitting in shine there.
Can we talk about how Ginger just did 2-hit fair as a combo extender off shine, and he still somehow made that work? These players are so good.
Yeah, it was cool to see the throw mix-ups. You know, Falco, a character that does not have the same kind of true follow-ups that Fox does off of his grabs, but he can use a variety of mix-ups. Wow, beautiful. There's the knockback stacking again.
It's Radar.
It's one of those things we used to not see that often, and it's actually a great example of the meta kind of developing, where for a long time we would see these crazy onset attacks, and everyone was like, oh my god, their defenses are so good. And then now players have started to kind of pick up on the fact that if they do that, you can just hit them with a weak move, and the knockback stacking mechanic in Melee will just cause them to shoot away, and much like Aklo's lead just shot all the way to a 3-0.
Yeah, Ginger falling to the losers bracket in, you know, a matchup against a player he has just been, for lack of a better word, dominating in recent times. Aklo's coming to play this weekend.
Yeah, that is the first set that we know will be in top 8. And as much as I've been kind of singing praises for Moki, I feel like I've been underrating Aklo as well. Those two are going to be matching up in winners finals, and I feel like either one of them could take it. Aklo particularly motivated right now, as you mentioned, because of Summit, and he's just a very, very capable player. In 2019, this guy wasn't in the top 100. In 2021, he's looking to win GOML.
Winners finals, of course, set. Unfortunately, you and I will not be casting, but it will be a rematch of our respective regions as well. Canada versus, in this case, Long Island. Super excited to see that one on the stream later tonight. I believe we will have one more set following up to wrap up our top 8, if I'm not mistaken. But exactly which one we're going to get, I am not sure.
My guess would Okay, we're going to the cameras. I thought we were going to hear that maybe we're going to be seeing None versus Bobby Big Balls. That would be my guess of the kind of two
Okay.
sets available to us. Um, should be a pretty interesting one. So far, None is dominant. 3-0ing Squibble, 3-0ing Eddie Mexico,